See, y'all like to do a whole lot of talking. But right now, I want you to close your mouth and just listen, 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 listen. I'm from the NYC, roots dirty, so I ain't different from you, and you ain't different from me. It's all about
You got these groups that we brought all of those elements, and we said that this was important, to build a group. Even a solo artist, Rakim's DJ, Eric B. Every Beastie Boys. I mean, all of these groups had DJs. These groups, we're in a day that I call the selfish day. Artists are just about themselves, and they definitely can be talented, but we're in the business of uplifting, where we come from. So if you can't rap, and I'm about to be successful, can you dance? I need a road manager. Can you road manage? Can you cut? So we build jobs so that we can try to pay the people that's with us, around us, and continue to grow with us, so that we bring something back to where we come from.
Like MC Hammer did.
Hey,
That's why we need this show. That's why we need a show like this. I'm not going. Hey, there's enough room for everybody. I mean, hip hop, the culture. Let's move to the music. There's enough room. It's like you have movies. Mm-hmm. You have rated, and you have the rating system. There's room for there's room for that Hammer type music. There's room for parents don't understand.
Talk about it.
We gotta have. Don't make the playing field leveled right. We gotta have the true school artists.
And it's like this. There's not one time. And let's get clear with this. Old school was never a thing that was something that somebody wanted to say in cahoots to give us props. Not at first. It was a thing that became cool because after a while, people started saying, I'm old school, because they wanted to be somebody who had history. So then it became a style of old school, saying he old school, as opposed to respect. And I'll give you a great example. My wife and I was at a comedy store in Harlem, and the comic said, we got a legend in the house, Doc Ice is in the house. So these three, up-and-coming artists were sitting in the front. And they say to him, he old school. That's the way they interpreted it for us.
Wow.
They wanted it to be something that was in a disrespect. It's not until we made it cool as we accepted it to say, I'm old school, because it was basically saying you have wisdom. You've been around a while. You've been around the block as to the understanding of hip hop. As time went on, then it became a cool vibe to say you old school. Young cats, 1920, saying I'm old school. No, you're not. We old school. And the reason why we're old school is because, we took on this thing that was a negative. Now, what my point is you've never heard anybody say, here come the old school Rolling Stones. Not once. They just accept.
Absolutely.
They just accept their people, and they continue to uplift each other. That's why when you see a Rolling Stones concert, at 70, they're selling out coliseums because you got parents and grandparents and grandkids all in one stadium together respecting that music. And that continues to be how they grow. For us, it should be the same thing. Let's talk about it. BET should have never been sold. Never. MTV will never sell. They will keep it because it's about the culture, continuing to build the legacy and letting it go on for years and years and years. They'll pass it on to their kids and their kids' kids. That should have been the same thing with BET.
listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking to you. Listen when I'm talking to you. Listen when I'm speaking.